everybody, welcome to the video of Lord of the Rings, the card game. This is the LCG, and this is the Travel Through Mirkwood, I believe, with the leadership deck. I don't think I have that wrong. The name of the scenario, getting it right now. Passage Through Mirkwood with the leadership deck. Some of you may be saying to yourself, wait a second, this was uploaded last week. It was. But it was pointed out that there were a severe amount of mistakes, even some that I acknowledged later on in the video, and I am redoing that video. I want everyone to know when it comes down to some of these LCGs, especially some of the more popular ones that have been around for a while, the barrier of entry can be difficult. There are a lot of rules, and I was under the impression that with a revised edition they may have streamlined some rules. Not really, thinking back to way back when. And even though I read through the rule book a number of times, things just get missed. And I'll go through some of what I didn't like about the rule book as you watch this playthrough of the first scenario. So a lot of the stuff that I was messing up on, I got answers from. And so instead of leaving the old one up, I just took it down. I couldn't let that stand. It was too much of a mistake and an embarrassment on my part. And for that, I apologize. If any of you were watching it to learn how to play, you should never look at these videos as a learn to play, especially when it's somebody's first. That being the case, we're going to try this again. Now, to clean up some of the issues, I will be leaving comments open, but I will not be able to respond to all of them in case there are, once again, a severe amount of mistakes. That being said, the video is going to be the starter deck out of the box again. It is going to just be the first scenario, and then we are also going to run the lore deck. We're going to do leadership today, lore tomorrow, as I wanted to keep with that schedule of Lord of the Rings going up at 1. But these will be a more correct way to play. I will try to be much more attentive to what the cards say. Initially, I just was so embarrassed by the video, I didn't want to upload anymore, but that's not what I should do. I want to keep moving forward. I want to make sure that I get this right. I still enjoy the game, and because I enjoy the game, I want to keep doing this. I think if I didn't like the game, I would have stopped doing the videos. But as of right now, I'm going to keep moving forward. Trying to fix the issues. If you do see mistakes, please let me know in the comments. But if I am as much of an embarrassment today as I was last week, I will not be able to answer them all. And if 2 weeks in a row it goes poorly, then I'll probably consider not doing these videos again and just keeping with my solo plays of other games. So anyway, that is the intro for this video. And hopefully I get it right this time. All right, so here we are trying the leadership deck again with correct rule set. And we're doing the Passage Through Mirkwood, which is the first scenario if you buy the core set, either if you find the old core set or if you find the new revised set. So here is the story. You are traveling through Mirkwood Forest, carrying an urgent message from King Thranduil to Lady Galadriel. As you move along the dark trail, the spiders gather around you. So for setup, we have to go into the encounter deck for 1 copy of Forest Spider and 1 copy of the Old Forest Road and add them to the staging area, which we did. They are right over here. So then we flip. You have a nice quote from The Hobbit. The nastiest things they saw were the cobwebs, dark, dense cobwebs with threads extraordinarily thick, often stretched from tree to tree, or tangled in the lower branches on either side of them. There were none stretched across the path. but whether because some magic kept it clear or for what other reason they could not guess. All right, so and I'm once again not sure you can really see it well. We do need 8 progress tokens to get past this first card here. And there are 3 cards for this quest. All right, so I've dealt myself my 6 cards. I have Aragorn, Theodred, and Gloin. And I have a threat of 29. And remember, if we ever hit a threat of 50, we lose the game. So the first thing you do on your turn in the resource phase is you gain resources. Whoop, that snuck in there. All right. I have all of my tokens in just 3 little baggies. I don't put them all in separate baggies based on the things there. Also, last thing that I didn't do last time that I did this time, only because I'm still fairly new to the game, I had no idea that you could take out the symbols that have the gold around them when you're setting up the encounter deck, just to make it a little easier for you. So we're doing that this time, just to kind of soften the blow when it comes to what's happening here. This is not an easy game to win. All right, so I have some stuff here. But one thing I want to do, I think I might want to put Son of Arnor out, or do I want to collect and see what comes out with those orcs? Well, let's just do that. We'll wait. Okay, so for planning phase, I'm going to do nothing. But the quest phase, let's go ahead. I'm going to commit Theodred to the quest and Aragorn to the quest. When Theodred commits to the quest, he can add a resource to a hero that's on the quest. I can read the whole thing, but that's the basic gist of it. So I'm going to give one to Aragorn. So we're going into the quest with 3, and we actually have 3 out here. I just kind of want to see what happens, and watch it be one of the big ones. 2, Dol Guldur Orcs. So when they are revealed, the player chooses one character currently committed to a quest, deal 2 damage to that character. I'm going to deal 2 damage to Aragorn. He can take it for now, and hopefully we'll find a way to heal some of that. And they go out into the shadow area. Now, our Old Forest Road has a threat of 1. Our Forest Spider has a threat of 2, and our Dol Guldur Orcs have a threat of 2. Sorry. And we only committed 3 to the quest. So because of that, we are going to take 2 threat. All right, so we're at 31. Okay, so Aragorn is going to spend his resource to ready. And let's just see here. What do I want to do? I'm trying to think of what I'd like to consider. I could have done that. Oh, well, never mind. I'm just kind of talking to myself at this point. All right, so we are going to travel to the Old Forest Road. We put it over here. And our travel response is, after you travel to the Old Forest Road, the first player may choose and ready one character they control. So I will ready Theodred. Now the reason I want to do that is because I got 2 enemies coming at me. So starting with the enemy that has threat as the highest, first off, I could choose to engage in combat. Now they're both going to come at me. So, yeah, let's just kind of, they're both going to engage with me. So I'm going to try to do the math and see and figure out which one I'm going to be able to take care of easily. First, I think, remember when the Forest Spider engages with us, it has a +1. So for this round only, it's got 3 to hit. And then with the Dol Guldur Orcs, they don't have an ability that is on there. That, I mean, we did the one revealed already. I'm going to have Aragorn definitely engage with the Dol Guldur Orcs. But I'm going to have Gloin defend the Forest Spider. So let's do the Forest Spider first. I'll have Gloin defend. And let me just check it. I don't know if you have to exhaust them. I do that just so I know they defended. Yeah, exhaust that character. Okay. So he's going to get a few bits of damage, but when he gets damage, he gets resources, which is good for some of our more expensive cards in the leadership deck. So we flip, and we have a card that has a shadow ability here at the bottom. Attacking enemy gets +1 or +3 if it's undefended. So now it's attacking for 4. Gloin has only 1, so he's going to take 3 wounds. But the positive is he's going to get 3 resources there. That's a little rough. I'm not sure I have anything right here in my hand now that would help me as far as healing that. It's the green deck that really does a lot of the healing. And then I'm going to have Theodred defend against the Dol Guldur Orcs. Their shadow card. No shadow ability. Alright, so that gets discarded. Aragorn will attack the Dol Guldur Orcs for 3. And they have defense of 0. So they are destroyed. Well, put in a discard for now. Alright, and so now we refresh. Okay, so the Forest Spider remains engaged with us. And that way, none of that is in threat right now. Okay, but after readying everybody, we do have to up our threat. Okay, so we're at 32. Okay, so now back to the beginning. We gain our resources. 1, 2. Oh, it's a big one. 3. Okay. Actually, might be able to play some interesting stuff now. I have, and we draw a card. And we drew Common Cause. We already have one of these in hand. So I'm going to put out, only because it's an ally for us and it's helpful, we'll take 3 out of Gloin, 1 out of Theodred, and that is Longbeard Orc Slayer. I don't want to bring up the Son of Arnor yet because there's nothing in the staging area that he could engage with right away. I'm also going to give Gloin Celebrine's Stone, only because he's probably not going to be doing any engaging for a while since he's wounded that much. So we'll give him +2 for questing. Well, willpower. He's +2 willpower. Okay, so now we have to quest. We'll send Theodred and Gloin on the quest. And that way Gloin can get his resource there. And that'll give us 2, 4, 5 for the quest. We have nothing right now in staging, and we only need 3 to get past this location. So we've got King Spider. So that's 2 threat. And so what we'll do is 2 that 5 that we committed gets soaked up, and the rest of the 3 is going to go on this old forest road. Okay, so now we can travel, but there's no location to travel to. And it is time to encounter. King Spider will definitely encounter us, and I think we're just going to be doing a round of defending. So let's do that. Unless I have something that could stand up. I do have something that can do that, so I might just wait to show you what I'm going to do. So, all right. Now, Forest Spider only has 2, because the last round was the time it engaged with us. Now it's already engaged, so it's at its regular stats. So Aragorn will defend against the Forest Spider. So it's coming up for 2. Aragorn should be able to soak that up unless there is a shadow ability in here. And there is no shadow ability. Which I actually like that this one popped up as shadow because I do not like that card at all, the Necromancer's Pass. Alright, and so it hits for 2. Aragorn is able to soak it up for 2. Now I can choose, do I want to attack... resolve enemy attacks. I should do that first. So let's have the Longbeard Orc Slayer defend against King Spider. And there's no shadow ability. King Spider hits for 3. He's able to soak up 2 of it. So he takes 2 wounds. I'm now going to play. It's not going to do much, but it'll do something. And just so I can show you that I did this wrong last time. Ever Vigilant, which is choose and ready one ally card. I was using it last time to choose and stand up heroes. This time I will choose and stand an ally, or ready an ally. And then I'll have this attack. Let's do King Spider. And so it'll give it 1 damage. All right. Stand everybody back up. Ready everybody. I don't know where I'm getting stand from. Maybe the old Game of Thrones game. I don't know anymore. Okay. And I gain a threat. Okay. Okay, and got my resources. Draw a card. I got myself another Longbeard Orc Slayer. I tell you what, I might throw him back out again. So let's spend 4 to put him out one more time. I guess I could kind of do that to show that those are my enemies right now. All right. So we have I have no attachments I want to play, and the other ally I want to wait for the right moment to play that ally. We have no location in play. We have nothing in the staging area. So I'm just going to commit Gloin to the quest. And he gives us 4 willpower. And we get the Forest Gate at 2. So 2 progress tokens are going to go on the quest because you put out the difference. Or you take the difference in threat, depending on how well you did or how poorly you did. Okay, so Gloin is all set. We are going to travel to the Forest Gate, which is after you travel to the Forest Gate, the first player, which I guess is always me, draws 2 cards. Alright, so I will draw the Snowborn Scout and the Steward of Gondor. Okay. I actually like the Snowborn Scout because I get to place progress tokens on that location. And this one needs 4 to get through. Alright, so we've traveled. Now, there's no optional or engagement check because we're already engaged with our enemies. Let's give them some shadow cards. All right. And once again, I'm moving a little slower than usual because I want to make sure I did this right. And before I get added, I did realize that I missed King Spiders when revealed. Each player must choose and exhaust one character they control. I am too far ahead now to realize that I missed that, so once again, if you are watching these videos, just understand I'm going to make mistakes. That's just how it is. I really like this game, and I don't want to not make these videos because I will admit now that I make a mistake. And I made the mistake there. So, all right. Let's see. I've tried to slow down. I guess I was moving too fast. So they got their shadow cards. Let's start with the Forest Spider. If I be able to defend an attack with each of them, and I don't have anything that'll help me out on that so far. So I'm going to defend the Forest Spider with this Orc Slayer. All right. No shadow ability. So it's going to hit for 2. I have a 1. My Longbeard Orc Slayer is out. Do I have anything in hand that can bring allies back? No, not yet. And then King Spider, I'm going to have Theodred defend. Yes, because I want to use Aragorn to hit the Forest Spider. Or maybe even King Spider. See what happens. Do I have a shadow ability? I do. Attacking enemy gets +1. So this is +4. So Theodred is taking 3 damage. Okay. If I had used Aragorn, I think Aragorn... No, he would have survived, but he would have been worse off. Okay, so we have a choice. Aragorn and the Longbeard Orc Slayer can just go after the Forest Spider and get it out of the way, or split the attack, and I think we're just going to get it out of the way. So we're going to declare 2 attackers on the Forest Spider. It's a strength of 5, it has a defense of 1, it has 4 hit points. That is out of the game. With us. All right, We ready, everybody? Increase our threat by 1. All right, and we get our resources. Can't grab them. There we go. Okay. And draw a card. And we got another Ever Vigilant. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to play for 1 the Snowborn Scout. And when Snowborn Scout enters play, choose a location. Place 1 progress token on that location. All right. And I'm going to give... Well, they're both fairly close to death, but you know what? I'm going to do Steward of Gondor on Theodred. Alright. So he gets the Gondor trait, and I can exhaust the Steward of Gondor to place 2 resources in his pool. And I'll use that when I need to. Let's go ahead and send Gloin on the quest. So right now we have 0 threat, and he brings 4. And we got Mountains of Mirkwood for 2. All right, and we cannot travel there yet. So 2 more progress tokens will go on the location. Okay. No traveling, because that is the active location, and we won't travel again until we have the active location. Just checking the card here again to make sure that there wasn't a when revealed issue. All right, so we have just King Spider going on here, and I will use the Snowborn Scout to defend against King Spider. It's been dealt its shadow card, which is no ability. All right. So it hits for 3. He has 1 damage. He is out. So let's finally get rid of King Spider. What do you say? We'll have Aragorn attack him for 3. I could declare more, but I don't need to. There's no reward for overkill. And King Spider is gone. Now, if there is reward for overkill, I don't see it in the rules, but I'm going to check right now. It says destroyed. I'm just going to check the rules reference to make sure that I don't get like any extra like quest points or anything for overkilling, because then sure I'd do that. Nope, just faced up in the discard pile. And then we just check on damage as well. Nope, wouldn't that be something though, if I can place more damage and it gets extra progress tokens on the quest. Okay, we now ready, everybody? Oop. Gloin thinks he can just shake off his hit points. Threat goes up by 1. And now we've got 1, 2, 3. All right. We draw a card. This one's pretty good. After an ally card leaves play, that card's controller draws 2 cards. All right. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do this time. I do have an ally. You know what? Let's just play it. It's an extra bit, an extra that we can defend with and or attack. The Son of Arnor. Now, it does say, after Son of Arnor enters play, choose an enemy card in the staging area or currently engaged with another player. Engage that enemy. This isn't happening now. So, all right. Let's send Gloin out. And Theodred for the quest. Theodred can give Gloin his resource. So we're having 5. There's 2 in staging. And another King Spider. When revealed, I'll make sure I get it this time, each player must choose and exhaust 1 character they control. Well, let's do Aragorn. Because these guys can suck up some damage. Some, not all. So 2 and 4, we committed 5. So at least Forest Gate is out. We should probably travel to the Mountains of Mirkwood, which says when travel cost, reveal the top card of the encounter deck and add it to the staging area to travel here. and it has a response for when it's done. All right. And this is the Great Forest Web. This will be the next one we get to travel to. Okay. All right. So King Spider is definitely going to engage with us, optional or otherwise. Okay, so who's going to defend? First off, let's give it a shadow card. I will have... It's not going to do much damage, but at least I can keep both of them in play. The Longbeard Orc Slayer is going to defend. Okay, so the shadow card is nothing, no effect. So hits for 3. He's got 1, so he's going to take 2 damage. And then my Son of Arnor will attack the King Spider and give it at least 1 damage. All right, that's that. Now we do get a nice bonus when we get through the mountains of Mirkwood. So we'll see what happens then. Threat goes up. All right, next round we get our resources first. And then we draw a card, another Valiant Sacrifice. Okay. Do I want to play anything? I don't really have much to play. A lot of it is events. So I'm hoping that card doesn't come out that says you got to throw all the events out of your hand, because then I got no hand. All right. I have plenty of resources to use if I want to play Grim Resolve, but I don't think we're that desperate quite yet. I got my heroes hanging on by a thread. So I'm not going to play anything, so we will quest. Let's do the same as before with Theodred and with Gloin. That'll be 5. Gloin gets a resource. Let's just give him a 3. Whoop. Sorry about that, everybody. If you're watching the screen carefully, you're probably going to throw up. All right, so we have 2 in the quest at 5. All right, and here's another Forest Spider. So 4 and it's 5, so we'll give Mountains of Mirkwood that. They do not have a when reveal, but we have to remember when they engage, they're a little stronger. Okay, and they're definitely going to engage anyway. I should probably start sending Aragorn on that quest since he can ready after he spends from resource pool. We're not traveling because that's still the location, but this will engage with us. Okay, let's give them their shadow cards. Running out of space here. This is a game that does take up quite a bit of space, everybody, so... Okay. I'm going to have... Let's see. Aragorn can kill that thing, so I'm going to have the Longbeard Orc Slayer defend. I know he'll die against King Spider. Let's just do that attack first. Ungoliant Spawn does have a shadow ability, which is raise the defending player's threat by 4 or 8 if it's undefended. So I'm now at 40, which isn't great because that wasp is in the deck somewhere. So King Spider will kill the Longbeard Orc Slayer, but I will spend the 1 to play Valiant Sacrifice, which is after an ally card leaves play, that card's controller draws 2 cards, and we drew another Common Cause and another Grim Resolve. So I am going to have the Son of Arnor defend against this, which has a 3. I know he's not going to live, but I want to have Aragorn take out King Spider. No shadow ability here. Okay. So Aragorn will attack King Spider for 3 and kill it. Oh, Son of Arnor is out. Sorry. And I will play Valiant Sacrifice again. Doesn't say restricted, does it? Nope. Draw 2 cards, Guard of the Citadel, and another Snowborn Scout. I do like the Snowborn Scout because he can, if we keep getting messed up by the deck, can put stuff down on locations. All right. Ready, everybody? I'm actually amazed that none of my main heroes have died yet. Let's raise that threat. We're not even past the first card. Oof. Too many locations, man. Too many locations. Alright, I'm going to play the Snowborn Scout. You can go here. Did I draw a card? I don't think I drew a card. Sorry about that. So another Calabrian Stone. I know I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. I just don't know how to pronounce it. And I'm going to actually attach that to Aragorn. By the way, I played Snowborn Scout, and so I put a progress token on there. That's what you saw me do as I was talking through everything else. And I'll spend another 2 to play Guard of the Citadel as well. Okay. So right now we have 2 threat. Gloin and Theodred will go on the quest again, and so will Aragorn. And the purpose of that being is that Theodred gets to put 1 down for Aragorn over there, and so now we're going in with 4, 8, 9 because of the attachments. So we have 2 here, and we have a 2 here. This is the Dol Guldur Beastmaster. He does not have one revealed, but it's going to deal 2 shadow cards when it attacks. So 9 minus 4 is 5, so we can put 1 on the location, and then 4 on the quest, which puts us at 6 there. Now, the Mountains of Mirkwood has an ability. After Mountains of Mirkwood leaves play as an explored location, each player may search the top 5 cards of their deck for 1 card and add it to their hand. Shuffle the rest of the cards back into their owner's decks. Let's see what I get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have Brock Ironfist, another Son of Arnor, Silverlode Archer, Faramir, and Ever Vigilant. I'm going to take Faramir only because he helps with questing, definitely. And then we get the shuffle back in. And depending on if we get the one of the 2 last cards needs a bunch of quest markers. So just keeping that in mind. 1 more shuffle. There we go. I will spend Aragorn's resource to stand him back up, because that Beastmaster is going to come after us. Alright, so now we can travel. The Great Forest Web has a travel cost. Each player must exhaust 1 hero they control to travel here. Well, so much for Aragorn. Well, we don't have to travel there, though. We don't have to. But I'd rather do that now, I guess, and get it out of the way. Yes, they're both going to come in, but I hate to say they're kind of fodder, but they are. So the Forest Spider, I'm going to have attack the Guard of the Citadel. Oh, shadow card, shadow card. And then let's deal with that attack. This doesn't have a shadow ability. And then the Snowborn Scout will defend against the Dol Guldur Beastmaster and has 2 shadow cards, a nothing, and a shadow. Choose and discard 1 attachment from the defending character. He doesn't have an attachment. If the attack's undefended, discard all attachments they control. So I should say first, the Forest Spider deals 1 damage to the guard. 2 damage to the Guard of the Citadel. That is out. Do I have a response to that? I do not have a response to that. And then the Snowborn Scout is dealt 3 damage and is out of the game. Now, I'm going to exhaust Steward of Gondor to get 2 resources. I'm going to spend 5 of them to play Grim Resolve and ready all characters in play. Alright. I do not like the Beastmaster, and I'd rather handle the Forest Spider. So he needs 5 to be killed. So 3. So we'll need to do 6. So everyone here, 6 kills this guy. Forest Spider is still with us, though. All right. Okay, so threat is going to go up. Like I said, I don't like it that Wasp is in there somewhere. Unless he's in one of the intense cards. He might not be in there this time. Okay. Everyone gets a resource. Draw a card. This one is Sneak Attack. Put one ally card into play from your hand at the end of the phase. If that ally is still in play, return it to your hand. I'm gonna have Theodred use Steward of Gondor. Gives him 2 resources, so we can put Faramir out for 4. Aragorn, Theodred, and Gloin are going to go to the quest. That's 9. We don't have anything in the quest. Just Aragorn and Theodred. Gives Aragorn so he can stand back up. So 5. And the Enchanted Stream gives 2, so 3 are going down. So 2 on the Great Forest Web. And then 1 on the quest. I guess I could have done Gloin. And I'll spend Aragorn's resource to ready him again. I could have used Faramir. I want to kill that spider, though. And just get it out. Alright, let's travel to the Enchanted Stream. And when it is active, we cannot draw cards. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that for now. Okay. So, let's give our Forest Spider a shadow card. And I'm going to have Faramir defend, because he'll just eat it right up. Unless, of course, we have a shadow. Attacking enemy gets +1 axes. So, Faramir's going to take 1 damage. Aragorn will attack the Forest Spider with Gloin at 5. And Forest Spider is out. Okay. Alright, we stand everybody back up. Let's get our resources. Yes, I gotta do my threat, but my hand is over here right now. Losing my tokens. Alright. No drawing cards. No drawing cards. Okay. Now, one question I did have is when you have a shadow card, if it has a when revealed effect, I don't believe it goes off. Right? Shadow cards. Let's take a look here. Just making sure before I upload this. Yeah, so it says flips the chosen enemy's shadow card face up and resolves any shadow effects on that card indicated by text after the word shadow on the bottom. Any non-shadow effects on the shadow card are ignored. So anything that was like a treachery card that says when revealed, I don't believe kicks in. I mean, we can check the rules reference. Let's do that just to be safe, everybody. Treachery, 18. It does say in here when treachery card is revealed, its abilities are resolved immediately. After its abilities are resolved, it is placed in the encounter discard pile. So I don't know what to believe. I'm kind of getting conflicting stuff from here. But I could take a look at Shadow and rules reference as well. I bet it's one of those things where it says, just look at the rule book. Have a secondary effect known. These effects are offset from a card's non-shadow text. Yep. Only resolve when dealt as a shadow card during. So it doesn't even say whether or not you do that. I don't believe you would. I don't believe you do. All right. Time to go questing. We really only need a little bit to go by. So let's do Theodred and Aragorn. Because I don't I'll run the risk again, because I'll use Faramir when I need to use him. So 4, 5, and then Theodred gives Aragorn a resource. Come on, little. There we go. So 5 against 2. And there's no 1 revealed here. So 2 will go on here. 1 goes on there. The quest is all done. And get the next one, which is called A Fork in the Road. As you move through Mirkwood, hounded by spiders, the forest path forks before you. Unsure of what lies ahead, but spurred by the urgency of your message, you choose a path and proceed. So when we defeat the stage, we have to choose one of the next 2 at random. The forest spider's going to engage. We have nowhere to travel. And let's give it a shadow card. I will check, but I do believe that if you need to draw from the encounter deck again, then it's shuffled. Alright, so I will have... First off, Aragorn needed to stand back up, sorry. I will have Faramir... Nope, because that forest spider's at a 3. No, Faramir to defend. And let's hope it's not too bad. There's a shadow. Defending player must choose and discard 1 attachment they control. This was helpful, but I think I'm good to get rid of Steward of Gondor for now, because I know there's plenty more. Well, there's only 3 of those 2 in there. So it deals 3 damage. Faramir will take 1. We'll have Aragorn and Gloin take care of this. Boom. Okay. Everyone all ready? Okay. Threat goes up. I only have so much time left. All right. So quest. I think I saw this in the quest phase. If there are no cards in the encounter deck during this phase, shuffle the encounter deck discard pile to create a new encounter deck. Okay. It's a little shorter of a deck because, excuse me, because we took out the hard stuff. Because I'm still a noob. And I haven't deck built yet. So. Alright. I gave myself the resources. Now I can draw cards. Silverload Archer. Let's go ahead and put that out just in case we get some big enemy. Let's go ahead. We only need 2, so I'm just going to play it safe. So we have 9 going in with King Spider at 2, so we get past this one. And I will just check, but I do not believe questing spills over. So we go to successful quest. Number of tokens equal to the difference between the total. When the number of progress tokens is equal to or greater than the number of quest points, you complete the stage. So yeah, it does not spill over. Okay. A chosen path. The trail winds into one of the darkest, most tangled parts of the forest. You sense that a foul, dark presence is hunting you, and you move quickly in an attempt to avoid its evil. Now, there are 2 of these. We have to choose 1 at random. All right. And we got... Oh, I hate this one. Don't leave the path. It doesn't need any questing. The shadow grows darker, and you realize that a foul presence is aiming to draw you from the path. You must defeat it to pass this way. Alright, so we get to search the encounter deck for 1 spider, and we win if we can defeat Ungoliant Spawn. Well, guess what I'm going to go looking for? I know it's a tough one to beat, but heck, half of my heroes are halfway there. Okay. He was supposed to give Aragorn a resource. I apologize for that. Aragorn will spend that resource to ready himself. Because I don't have much that can help me as far as cards right now. I've got all events in my hand. All right. Ungoliant, first off, King Spider. When revealed, each player must choose and exhaust one character they control. And then Ungoliant spawn. Each character currently committed to the quest gains -1 until the end of the phase. Okay. Gotcha. We're good. Alright, so they're both going to engage. Let's go ahead and spend Ever Vigilant. One resource for Ever Vigilant to stand the archer back up. Yeah. I'd love to use Common Cause, and I think I'll start using it next turn because I don't need to commit too much to the quest because it'll all go into threat and I'm close to the end anyway, because remember, you lose if you hit 50. Okay. Let's get some shadow cards. Did I shuffle this? I'm going to shuffle it just to be safe. So I couldn't remember if I did it or not. Alright, I will have the Silverlode Archer defend against Ungoliant spawn. Faramir will die, but that's something we'll have to just handle. So let's just do this first so I don't lose track of people. We have a shadow. The enemy gets +1 axes. So Ungoliant's hitting for 6. Ungoliant spawn is hitting for 6. 0. Defeated. I do not have anything in hand that would help with that. Alright. Faramir will defend against King Spider. Same thing, a +1. Because it's the same card. Faramir is gone. Okay. Aragorn will choose to attack Ungoliant spawn for 1. He hits for 3. And that's that for the round. We go to 45. All right. 1, 2, 3. And we draw a card. A Silverlode Archer. It's actually not bad to have since we have 2 enemies out there. I'll spend the 3. Put that out. It doesn't have an ability for revealed. It's just ranged. Okay. Let's talk about questing. I want to keep Aragorn standing. I am just going to send Gloin on the quest. Because I don't want to take too much threat, because that could end the game almost immediately. And we have the Old Forest Road, which is a 1. So, thankfully, we don't have to put anything on the quest. I should mention it has a 0 on there. We just need to kill that card. So we will travel to it, because then we can stand Gloin up. Alright. I'll have the Silverlode Archer defend against Ungoliant spawn. Gets a shadow card, gets a shadow card. So Ungoliant spawn, no shadow ability. Alright. This is probably a mistake, but this is the end of the line here. Oh, first off, he's dead. But I'm probably going to let King Spider's attack come through. Probably kill Theodred. So let's do that. It has a shadow. Defending player must choose and discard one attachment they control. Alright, getting rid of Aragorn's extra questing points. King Spider comes in with 3. We're going to discard Theodred. Okay. Aragorn with his 3. Gloin with his 2. Will attack Ungoliant spawn and hit for 3. Oh, excuse me. Alright. 46. Alright. And we only get 2 resources now. Guard of the Citadel. Yep. let's spend for Guard of the Citadel just in case we need to have an extra defense. We're down to the wire here, and I think I'm just gonna not commit anything to the quest because I need everybody here, and it's only one anyway, so I only get one threat. Alright. Ungoliant spawn will attack. I'll have the Guard of the Citadel defend. Shadow card. Shadow card. No shadow ability with Ungoliant spawn, but it does kill the Guard of the Citadel. The King Spider, you know what? I'm going to have Aragorn defend the King Spider. No, it won't do much, but maybe we can cause some damage. No shadow ability. Then Gloin will attack King Spider because his attack doesn't do anything to Ungoliant's spawn there. But at least it can give 1 damage to King Spider. Alright. Going down to 48 threat. Get a resource each. Draw a card. That's what I want to see. Well, kind of. If I had another Steward of Gondor, that would really have helped. It is a little too risky now not to commit anything to the quest, and I have a feeling this is probably my last turn. Gloin will go on the quest with 4. And we get another location, so he puts 1 on the travel over here. Yeah, we're going to save just in case I can survive and Gandalf can come out. Hopefully. He won't, because I don't have enough resources. Alright, I'm going to have Aragorn defend against Ungoliant spawn. Which has no shadow ability. Hits for 5, he blocks for 2. Aragorn is discarded. And then King Spider will have to have everything come through. And it gets a +1, or sorry, +3 because it's undefended. And Gloin is done as well. Well, even with the correct rules, I can't beat it. Well, to be fair, I've beaten it, but I just can't seem to get taken care of here. Where was Gandalf? Gandalf can do some nasty stuff. Oh, look, he's on the bottom. He was also fairly deep in there. So this time, I'm happy to say I only maybe made a handful of mistakes when revealed stuff. Questioned a few things of my own, but was able to kind of figure it out through the rulebook. That is the more correct, but not 100% correct, rendition of Passage Through Mirkwood with the leadership deck that's in the new revised set. I think it's the same as the old set. All right, I hope you all enjoy. Tomorrow we'll have lore up with the same scenario. And we'll see you next time, everybody. Bye.